Hello, my name is Dr. Laura Schwaluk, and today's video is going to be about inflammation. Now, there's a lot of hype in the news and in different health circles about anti-aging. And the studies really show that the reason why people age has a lot to do with inflammation. So we're going to talk about different foods that cause inflammation, that harm us, and foods that will help us to reduce inflammation. So let's start with the bad list first. Okay, so foods that cause inflammation. So remember that inflammation is any kind of itis, arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, anything with itis on it. Anything that says itis on the end, that is a kind of inflammation. Inflammation causes wrinkles, it causes us to age, look old, it causes our joints to degenerate. It causes a whole lot of things. So I'm talking about chronic inflammation here. And most people don't even realize that they have inflammation because it's sub-threshold. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So foods that cause inflammation are sugar. So by now, I hope that you know that, to me, sugar really is kind of poisonous. On occasion, like your birthday or Christmas or Hanukkah, have some sugar. But the rest of the year, really lay off of it. The next one is dairy fat. Dairy fat. So when I say that, I mean butter, cheese, icing, ice cream, cream cheese, yogurt, oh golly, anything that comes from cow dairy fat, cream especially. So cream, butter, those kinds of things. Dairy fat really causes a lot of inflammation. The next one is hydrogenated oil. Or partially hydrogenated oil. You will find these kinds of oils in things like pretzels, cookies, crackers, some cereals, and some salad dressings and sauces. They use a hydrogenated oil to give the oil some consistency, and this is a really big no-no when it comes to inflammation. The next one is really fatty animal fat. So I'm just going to write here bacon. Bacon, it tastes really yummy, but it really causes a lot of inflammation. So really limit the amount of bacon that you have in your diet. Really fatty meat, like Wagyu or Kobe beef would be another one. I know it's the fat that gives it the flavor, but to reduce inflammation, especially the chronic inflammation that causes so many health issues, it's linked to Alzheimer's and dementia and all kinds of things like that. Really stay away from it. The last one on our list is high amounts of alcohol. Alcohol. So I'm referring to heavy-duty spirits here, like vodka, scotch, really heavy drinking. A glass of wine, especially red wine with dinner, and also especially if you are over the age of 50, what they find is a glass of red wine with dinner actually helps to combat heart disease. So I forgive you for that one, but really stay away from the hard stuff. All right, so now let's talk about foods that reduce inflammation. And this is a really excellent list. Let's start off with some of the oils. So we have fish oil. We have flax oil. Walnut. Walnut oil is excellent. A handful of walnuts a couple times a day will really help reduce inflammation. Especially in the joints, and it really helps to reduce inflammation in the brain. So walnut oil is excellent. Fish, flax, walnut. Now, we also have onions and garlic. These also are excellent at reducing inflammation. Another kind of food that really helps to reduce inflammation is ginger. Ginger is the best natural anti-inflammatory. It will not harm your kidneys or your liver like an over-the-counter anti-inflammatory medication will. You can eat it just shredded in your salads or with your foods, or you can actually get it in capsule form at your regular health food store. Take 1 tablet once a day, twice a day, just with your food. And ginger really helps to reduce inflammation. The next one is, it's an extract from turmeric that is used to make foods yellow, like a yellow curry. And the extract is called curcumin. Not everyone can tolerate the taste of this, but if you can, it is excellent to add to a lot of your different foods, or you can also take it in capsule form. Now, one of the best oils that I almost forgot to mention is olive oil. Good old olive oil. You can use it for cooking, you can use it for sautéing, you can just mix it in with your salads, or if you have a sugar craving. Now, listen to this because this is really important. If you have a sugar craving, especially when you're first going off of sugar, you can actually take some olive oil on a teaspoon and eat it just like that. It really helps to cut any kind of a craving, because what's going on is your body is looking for a fuel source. It had been trained that sugar was going to be its fuel source, but now you want to retrain it to burn oil. And so having a little bit of olive oil really helps to cut the sugar cravings. I mentioned a moment ago that often chronic inflammation is sub-threshold. So what that means is that the body has really gotten used to it being there, so it's not something that's very noticeable. It may be noticeable in the form of joint stiffness or joint pain, maybe difficulties with memory or foggy thinking. That would be 2 really good examples. Another example is feeling inflexible. So sub-threshold, I kind of compare it to when you first put on a ring. When you first put on the ring, you really notice that there's something there on your finger. But after a while, as you go throughout the day, the weeks, the years, eventually you don't even notice that the ring is there. And that's the same thing with inflammation. A lot of people have inflammation and they just don't realize that they have it. Also, before we end this video, there's one more oil, and this is a really bad one, is peanuts. Peanuts are very inflammatory. So this would be peanut butter, regular peanuts, peanut oil. A lot of fast food is deep fried in peanut oil. Peanut oil is used in a lot of different deep fried foods, just simply because it has a very high temperature that it can cook at before it goes bad. So this is another one to really, really look out for. I hope that you have enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed creating it for you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.